I'm going to open it up to the floor for some wider thoughts and conversation, and I'm going to go straight to these ladies at the front who are from Loros and were wanting to kind of throw into the conversation some discussion around healthcare. Introduce yourselves, that's where you are.
Yes, my name's Ruth Orton, I'm Director of Education and Workforce.
I'm from Clinical Work Patient Experience.
So Veronica can speak a lot more openly now about the patient and carer perspective, and I'm interested in the workforce and education perspective.
So we look after probably about 2,500 patients a year that access a whole variety of our services. If we look at the cohort of patients that we're looking after, we're not representative of the Leicester community. We strive to improve upon that, but that's a constant challenge for us, really. We've got the community engagement team that is going out, which is fairly new, probably started 12 months ago, really connecting with different communities. So if there are any other community links that anybody's got, for us to actually get out there and talk about the work that we do, to raise awareness, but to break down barriers, and to demystify the work that we do, but also to talk about the breadth of services, because we're very much wanting to offer our specialist palliative care services to anybody that fits our criteria. So that's irrespective of race, etc., etc. So we're keen to sort of look after more people that is much more representative of communities.
I think some of it's historical how hospitals were set up based on Christian faith, a lot of them, and then also about some cultures don't like talking about death or dying, because if you're going to talk about it, you're going to bring it on. So some cultures won't discuss it, so it's hard to have those conversations with a patient or a carer, because they won't want to discuss it with their family member. So there's those things that the conversations that clinicians may be having or not having with patients and who want to access our services. And then thinking about from a workforce point of view, so we're doing more work to attract a broader range of the workforce, because it's predominantly white, female, middle class workforce. So we do some work with schools and colleges, so we've set up a hospice school, so people wanting to get experience, maybe considering a career in health or social care, can come and do a 1 week placement rather in the hospice. So that's for sort of 15, 16, or 16, 17-year-olds looking at their UCAS application, post-the work experience, they can't get it, so we're doing that. And going into our local schools and colleges, we're doing work with things like having NCS programmes and getting the young people to come in. Again, demystifying what the hospice is about. It's not a sad, gloomy place. And then doing, as Veronica said, going into different cultural groups, so gypsies and travellers, we do some work with the homeless. We're working with partners like LAS to help people with the sexual health agenda, and the other charities that are helping other different groups. So that partnership approach to what we're doing, and promoting careers in health and care, working with universities, etc. I mean, again, it's about us then having role models in the workforce and having those people and going out and getting them to be representatives to go and work in these organisations, in these projects. We've just done an art project with a group of 6 schools and colleges in Leicester. They've done a mural, worked with an artist, and we just had it launched 2 weeks ago. Beautiful piece of artwork that's been put up in the college, and the school children came who'd been doing this piece of artwork to the opening, and Lady Bratton opened that for us. But we've got to do more. So if we look at our board of trustees as a charity, we need younger people from a diversity and inclusion. We need younger people on our board, and we've got to challenge that recruitment process, challenging our whole recruitment process, which is something that we're working on now. So if we want to increase the diversity, don't keep advertising in the same places. Go out and advertise in a different way, so using more social media, etc. And actually, have some positive action, really. But again, it's challenging those things that are very ingrained, that have been there for 30 years.
Thank you
But it's you know, it'd be interesting to hear other health and care perspectives, because it's, you know, as you alluded to about the ageing population, it's about how we're going to manage that whole thing going forward to be more inclusive. I was talking to a director of nursing yesterday in London. She said at Imperial Hospital, 70% of their nursing workforces are from black and minority ethnic groups. But that's in London. And you know what's going to happen with Brexit is going to have a huge impact on the healthcare workforce, let alone the social care workforce. It's scary.
Yeah, I was going to say that, bringing it back to what you were saying about Loris and healthcare, it's interesting because I'm going to speak from personal experience. I'm an ex-cancer patient, and when I came down back to Leicester from London, I finished off my treatment here. And it was quite interesting because I have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and people here felt that it wasn't something that black people had. So every time they looked at me, they'd say, "So you have sickle cell?" And I'd say, "No." "You have and lupus?" "No." And then I'd say, "But I've got non-Hodgkin's," and they kind of like look at me and go, "Okay." But they didn't really get it. And the point was that when I was looking for support, right, it was within my own community that was saying, well, you can get help from here, you can get help from here. And it was really who you knew and who my family knew that were the support networks that we used. Roll on 10, 15 years, and within the African Caribbean community, we have well-being and mental health projects, and we have collectives where we talk about developing and maintaining our own well-being, and where you have a number of black people, probably I don't know the statistics, but they talk about the disproportionate amount of black women that suffer from breast cancer and end up dying as opposed to other groups, and the way that it's affected within the African Caribbean community. And these groups are coming together and sharing experiences and sharing support networks in order to support people within the community that we know may have been diagnosed or may be struggling, or you know, in some way. So when you talk about making links, I'm now going to take it to another side of saying, within the union that I'm in, people never used to think that when they thought about black teachers, I don't know whether they really thought we were black teachers or whether we were support staff, but the point was that our union has started taking pictures of black teachers in our roles. Now, clearly you're not going to take pictures of sick people, but the point I'm making is that if the image we have of Loris is of middle-class white people, they're the only people that stay in a hospice because black people stay at home and are looked after by their own. If that is the image that is given over, then that is the reason why people won't engage. So it's a bit about marketing, and it's a bit about establishing those links with groups that are in the community, that are doing similar work to yourself and doing more joint things together, so that the perceptions of what Loris is involved in is changing, and it starts to change. But it's interesting to me that, because I still think of Loris as being a white organisation, I still do, you know, and this is 15 years on, so I just thought I'd share that.
It's funny that you mentioned a friend of mine, her mum passed away recently, not long ago, and I found out that she actually came to the hospice. She's Asian, and she was at the hospice, and everybody in my community was, you know, I was shocked, and I thought, why isn't she at home? Why isn't the family caring for her at this crucial time? But her family decided the best option for them would be in a hospice. Now, if that shocked me, what does that mean?
Yes.
Exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just, excuse my expression, it's just for the white people. Do you know what I mean? Now that it's coming to my community, so that means that there is a bit of awareness there. But there's a long way to go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
encourage to come and talk somewhere,
Yeah.
gallery or something like that, just spread awareness.
It isn't a good comparison. My husband is a white Yorkshireman, but he has beta thalassemia, and people cannot believe that he has beta thalassemia.
Yeah.
You're a white man, really?
Absolutely.